Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got new cards coming out. We got new support for the AzneyesWhitedragon. We got support for the P.U.N.K, but let's go ahead and hop right into it. I'm excited about these new AzneyesWhitedragon cards because if you guys remember, at one point, this deck was actually meta on YuGioH Duel Links. But drop a like on it if you're ready for new Amazon cards. These, by the way, are coming out in the Duelist pack. Duelist of Pyroxene. So let's get started with the first new Amazon card. This is AzneyesWhitedragon Kaiserin. It is a Earth Warrior fusion effect, level 10, 3200 attack, 2800 defense points, and it says 1 AzneyesWhitedragon fusion monster plus 1 AzneyesWhitedragon monster. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of it is, if this card is fusion summoned, you can expose 1 AzneyesWhitedragon monster from your deck. So no restrictions on that. Second part is, your opponent cannot target other AzneyesWhitedragon monsters you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Third part is, this fusion summon using AzneyesWhitedragon Queen and or AzneyesWhitedragon Empress as material can make a second attack during each battle phase. And with 3200 attack, that's actually pretty decent for stats. Unfortunately, it is other AzneyesWhitedragon, so I believe they can still target this one. I wish it had that immunity to it, but no like negations really, and that's kind of what you need. But hold on, maybe they'll get it in some other card. Next up, we have the AzneyesWhitedragon King Liger. It's an Earth Beast fusion effect, level 9, 2900 attack, 2800 defense points. And its requirements are 1 level 5 or higher AzneyesWhitedragon monster plus 1 AzneyesWhitedragon monster. It says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of it says monsters your opponent controls cannot attack monsters except for this one. The second part is you can target 1 AzneyesWhitedragon card you control and 1 warrior AzneyesWhitedragon monster in your graveyard. Destroy the first target. If you do, supposed to summon the second target from your graveyard. This card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. So it can bring back some other powerful monsters, and you can pop like smaller ones to bring out a more powerful monster. Okay. Next up, though, we have the AzneyesWhitedragon Shaman. Wow, she looks so good. We need that original artwork, but we know in TCU is probably going to be completely changed, but there's hope, right? AzneyesWhitedragon Shaman, level 2 Earth Warrior effect. I like that card's artwork for sure. Inner attack, 1800 defense points. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you target 1 AzneyesWhitedragon card you control, except for AzneyesWhitedragon Shaman. You cannot summon a monster from the extract for the rest of the turn, except for AzneyesWhitedragon monsters. Also, return the targeted card to the hand if you do special summon this card. Second part is, if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. Just the OG polymerization, okay. I was hoping they'd get their own, like, you know, AzneyesWhitedragon fusion. It would be quick play, it would be like from the deck, but let's wait and see though. Next up, we got the AzneyesWhitedragon Golden Whip Master. This is level 5 Earth Warrior. Pendulum is now an AzneyesWhitedragon thing? Okay, 2000 attack, 1200 defense points, pendulum scale of 1. The pendulum scale, or the pendulum effect is, you can only use the second pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of the effect is AzneyesWhitedragon monsters you control gain attack equal to their level times 100, okay? Second part is, when attack is declared involving your AzneyesWhitedragon monster, you can target 1 spell or trap on the field and destroy it. Okay, mediocre effect. The monster effect, though, is you can only use the first and second monster effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of it is, if this card in the monster zone is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. The second part of it says, if a AzneyesWhitedragon monster or monster is special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. Oh, so that gets to reoccur, and like the stat boost is like, yeah, it's kind of just free, which is nice. But again, we need like negate and destroy. Where are those cards, man? AzneyesWhitedragon Silver Swordmaster is the next card. It's a level 3 Earth Warrior, another pendulum effect monster. 1200 attack, 2000 defense points, a pendulum scale of 7. The pendulum effect is, you can only use the second pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of it says, AzneyesWhitedragon monsters you control gain attack equal to the level times 100. Second part is, when attack is declared involving your AzneyesWhitedragon monster, you get to target 1 AzneyesWhitedragon spell / trap in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. Okay, this is actually a pretty decent effect, but again, I forgot what it was. I gotta double check on this. It was some trap card. I remember when they were like meta in what was the card called? Ooh, I kind of remember. It's not this one. What is the card? It was at 1 at one point, and it was on Duel Links. Does anyone remember it? Maybe it doesn't have, is it just Amazon? It was a trap card. I remember there was one good trap that the AzneyesWhitedragon archetype had. All right, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Someone please comment it down below. Someone will do it. But yeah, that's what you'd probably want to be able to re-add with it. Okay, so anyways, next up though, the monster effect is you can only use the first and second effect of this card's effect each once per turn. If this card in the Pendulum Zone is destroyed by battle by card effect, you can place this card in your Pendulum Zone. The second part is if an Amazoness monster is special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can place this card in Pendulum Zone. So pretty much just like free Pendulum cards for them. Maybe they're going to have better spell and trap support anyway. So this is Amazoness Secret Technique, quick play spell. You can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name per turn, and only once that turn. Fusion summon one Amazoness fusion monster from your extract using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. Exactly what I was saying, and you need quick play spells for fusions these days. Second part is you can banish the card from graveyard, and if you would fusion summon an Amazoness fusion monster this turn, you can also summon an Amazoness monster from your extract to the graveyard as material. Okay, this is much better, but again, like I mentioned before and time again, you gotta have negate and destroy if you want these decks to become meta. Amazoness Queen, Amazoness Princess, Amazoness Baby Tiger, Amazoness Empress, Amazoness Pet Liger. Is it this one? Is this the card? I just remember there was an Amazon. Maybe it doesn't have the word Amazon in it. Oh, they just, okay, well, whatever. These cards are just getting reprinted over here. Next up, though, we still have more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards to cover, so let's go ahead and hop right into this. So this is support in Power of the Elements for the Exorsisters. So Exorsister Malfa is a light spellcaster effect, level 4, 1600 attack, 800 defense points. It says you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first part of the effect is if you control no monsters or all monsters you control are exceeds monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, special summon one Exorsister Ellis from your deck. You can special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect except for Exorsister monsters. Okay, so you can't just splash it in everything. Second part is, if a card or cards is moved out of either graveyard, you can special summon from your extra deck one Exorsister Exceeds monster using this face-up card you control as material. It's treated as Exceeds summon. Okay, that's pretty cool, considering that could be either player's effect. Like, you can just banish something out of their graveyard, and then you get the effect. That's cool. Next up, we have more support for the Exorsisters. This is Exorsisters Litania, which is a normal trap card that says you can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. The first part of it says if all monsters you control are Exorsister monsters, minimum 1, you pay 800 life points to target one card your opponent controls or in the graveyard and banish that card. Then you get to apply one of these effects. Immediately after this effect resolves, Exceeds summon one Exorsister Exceeds monster using monsters you control. The other part is if you Exceed summon it previously this turn, you get to banish one card your opponent controls. This is probably the card you want because you already have the ability to Exceed summon once you remove a card. Cool stuff. All right. Next up, we have P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive, which is a Earth Psychic Synchro effect. So level 8, 2700 attack, 2400 defense points, and it requires one Psychic Tuner plus non-tuner monsters. And it says you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first part of it is if this card is synchro summoned or special summoned by a P.U.N.K card effect, you can pay 600 life points to take one level 3 Psychic monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Second part is if your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your P.U.N.K card or effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can just special summon this card. Okay, that's kind of a decent little effect for reoccurring. Next up, we have the P.U.N.K Jam Extreme Session, and it says you can only use this card's name second effect up to twice per turn. The first part of the effect is once per turn, you can banish one P.U.N.K card from your graveyard to special summon one P.U.N.K monster from your hand. The second part is if either player pays life points to activate the effect of a psychic monster you control, you can draw one card. Wow, that effect is actually pretty dang good. It has to be a monster. If it was just psychic like card, because I know there is other psychic support that would pay life points that's not specifically a monster. If it was just pay life points, this card would be so much better. And it is a field spell too, so you get the effect multiple times over the course of time. I'm wondering if there's a card where you can force your opponent, I think, what is it, like Chain Energy forces every single time they do something, but I don't know if it works on effects. I think it's only when they play the card in the first place, but if it is played via an effect, maybe you get that. Then you could start drawing, but then it also had to be psychic. So more than likely, you're probably going to only get this off of your effect because no one's playing, what is it, like back in the day, like Krebons and stuff like that. It's probably unlikely, but maybe you could play doing your transplant surgery and change things. But anyways, those are new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. But thanks for watching, you guys. Enjoy the video. Drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss out when we cover the other cards in the new Duelist pack, Pyroxene, as well as the next cards that will be in Power of the Elements. Take care. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.